I'm coming up out of Tonto Natural Bridge State Park, and it's quite an interesting little road. It's steep and twisty. I had no idea that this park even existed. Really fascinating place. The whole area is underlain with a thick deposit of travertine, which is basically a type of like calcite / limestone, so it's very easily erodible. Here it's just formed this really cool natural tunnel under the rock where Pine Creek has flowed through and eroded it away. So you've got this beautiful natural bridge that's quite long as well. Man, there's always something to find here in Arizona. And look at this road. This is cool. Real steep and twisty. It was fun coming down too. Tell you one thing, it's a lot warmer down here than it was back home. The ride down was frigid. All good now, it's nice and warm, and we're gonna head back through Pine and then Strawberry and stop at the empanada place again, because anytime you go by that place, you gotta take the time to stop. Here we are once again. We find ourselves climbing the switchbacks, the twisty road up from Strawberry and onto the Mogollon Rim up at 7,500 feet elevation in the cooler temperatures. And we had a delightful ride today. That's all I really have to say. It was just a very therapeutic, peaceful, sunny day here right at the tail end of November, and I'm just thrilled to have enjoyed such a gorgeous bluebird, blue sky day on this Thanksgiving weekend. So now we've got the long 70-mile ride back home along the undulating and twisty Lake Mary Road. One of my favorite rides anywhere in the area. I can't seem to get enough of it. And I've got a lot of history with this road, so it always feels a little bit like coming home every time I'm on Lake Mary Road. Look at those views, man. I forget just how gorgeous it is. Usually I'm driving up this at sunset, racing to get home before it gets too dark and too cold. But here we are at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, getting some gorgeous skyline views out into the northern Arizona valleys as we top out on the Mogollon Rim up here. Man, we were just up here 2 weeks ago recording some footage out on the rim itself, on the rim road, which is just up here, the turnoff for it. But today we're just gonna bang it straight home, so that's the plan. All right, friends, well, I pulled over here on this forest road off of Lake Mary Road, and I just got finished with hiking up to the top of this hill and then coming down and then hiking up to the top of this hill. And you might be thinking, why the heck would I do something so ridiculous for no apparent reason? And it's a funny story, actually. So I've been wearing a glucose monitor now for the past month. And the reason that I decided to do that was because last time I went in for blood work, you know, I'm getting older. All my tests came back great. My cholesterol's good, all that kind of good stuff. But a measure of my blood sugar that averages over several months was a little bit high. So it was right around that borderline number that they say you should stay under. And so they kind of said, you know, you might want to take it easy on the sweets and on the refined carbs. So I decided to wear a glucose monitor to see what it was about my diet that was impacting my blood sugar the most. And it's been very revealing, I guess is the right word, watching it every time I've eaten a meal, kind of seeing what it is that spikes my blood sugar. I wrote a whole post about this over on my journal site, but the short story here is that I've been very good over these past 3-4 weeks about what I've been eating. And the reason why I just climbed up these 2 peaks, or these 2 hills, is because in all the time that I've had my glucose meter running, I have never seen a spike like the one that I just had from a single empanada. And I rode like 15 miles and I got over on the side of the road and I checked my blood sugar and it was the highest I've ever seen it. And so I pulled over and I said, I got to do some hill repeats to burn off some of this sugar. And so that's why I did these climbs. But you can see that is the spike. Look at that. I've never seen a spike that high. I'm always, like, for the most part, in the green between 70 and 140. And that single empanada absolutely skyrocketed me to the highest glucose measurement I have ever had, like diabetic levels of glucose. Oh, anyway, I'm gonna get in on my bike here and I'm gonna ride the rest of the way home, but food for thought, pun intended. My heart rate's finally coming down. I think I'm gonna boogie on out of here, so let's get to it. All right, let's do this. Gosh, unbelievable. A single empanada can cause that kind of havoc. Truly remarkable how much damage you can cause with a single fried pastry. So I'm gonna go home, put the bike away, and go for a run, because holy heck, I gotta burn off some of this sugar in my blood. Crazy stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this ride home. Take care, everyone. Be safe out there. And sorry for the little medical discourse today, but it's just, I find it really fascinating, and I thought I would share some interesting observations with you all. And look at the snow. We're back up in it. Fantastic. Okay, well, that's gonna do it. See you guys in the next video. Have a great holiday season. Bye.